And welcome back to star number 7. I'm a bit late with this video, I realize that, but better late than never, I suppose. Today's video will be the last lineup variety I can think of in which you could do this event, and that is a reserve destroyer or another low tier blue water vessel and a higher rank aircraft. In this case, Mutsuki and P1Y1. This lineup is possible with other nations and other BRs, but my favorite one to show this is the Mutsuki and the P1Y1. So, without further ado, let's get into the battle. Got Golden Bay, not exactly my favorite, and we chose the closer spawn because obviously. And we have a few enemies up ahead. I'll look at the team list to see what kind of matchmaking it is, and it seems pretty alright actually. Or at least it did look like that from the scoreboard. So here I'm trying to turn broadside to get a torpedo attack on, but be careful to not hit one of my teammates, and there I saw an SKR out of the corner of my eye. So this is a full up tier. Just wanted to see where the SKR is going so I don't get into his way, and once we've passed this Barker, we'll line up our torpedoes. These most likely won't hit, but I have the torpedoes, I might as well use them. And now we're back on our way towards Bravo. Turning out a bit so I don't get in the way of my friendlies. And we'll slowly but surely, well, actually not that slow, make our way over to Bravo and Charlie, because those are the more contested capture points. Another Japanese destroyer, an Ayanami, launching torpedoes, but I doubt that those torpedoes will be a threat to me. So I just keep on going on my way. There we see a Hunt class destroyer, which can be quite dangerous if it starts gunning for you. It has a fast reload. So you start shooting at this Hunt class. And at the same time we keep an eye on the capture points on the minimap, seeing what's going on. We do not have any friendly coastal vessels contesting them, except for the one over there at Charlie. But that's just stuff to keep in the back of my mind. In the meantime, we are still dealing with this Hunt class, and quite effectively by the looks of it. A few more good salvos should sink that Hunt. Our friendly SKRs are also doing good work. The Hunt is now below 3%, so I don't have to shoot at him anymore because he will just sink. There we go. His HMS scalp, apparently. I'll launch the remainder of my torpedoes because, again, what better targets do I have to shoot them at? And that is a rare ship to see, the River class British frigate. Or Subchaser? Not quite sure. An old event premium. What's the battle pass? I really don't remember, but it's not that good of a ship. I don't really have any other good targets to shoot at the moment, so I'll just shoot at this frigate. In the meantime, still keeping an eye on what's going on in the kill feed, and keeping an eye on what's going on with the capture points. I'm not seeing any coastal vessels, so it seems like we'll have a clear run for Bravo. Until there I look onto something. For a split second. I try to find it again, whatever I locked onto. Can't see anything there. I see shells coming in from the left, which is definitely going to be a hostile. They seem rapid fire, so let's see what it is. It is a buzzard. Not a big threat, so I can just ignore it basically. Well, I'll shoot it anyways, because it's the only target I can shoot, but it's not a big threat to my vessel. Enemy aircraft got shot down, I saw them earlier as well. Just a lot going on this match. There we see an Ikazuchi, or Akabono. Can't really know if it's a premium or the tactical one. I launched torpedoes at it, and now I continue my way to the capture point. Not quite sure what shot me there, but something certainly did, so I'm looking around. Let's see, nothing. The enemy buzzards should come into sight sooner or later, so I'm keeping an eye out. And moving on to Bravo. There it is. I've got high explosive loaded. Should only take me 2 salvos. And go. Little missed and goes an assist. Fine by me. We're now on Bravo, and for those that have noticed, I have actually equipped mines on my Mutsuki. And I now start dropping them on Bravo. I don't really expect anything to come out of it, but might as well. Whilst capturing Bravo, I try to drop my mines in a equal pattern, by just waiting for one line to be half reloaded and then dropping the other. And I keep doing that until I drop all of them. Keeping an eye out for my mines there. Where we're sailing. A torpedo impact. No sinking, sadly. But we keep on going to Charlie. Now, this lineup type is a bit of a risk, because Mutsuki on her own cannot earn points towards the star. I have to spawn in the aircraft at some point. So, I'm gonna go to Charlie anyways, because that's the only thing I can do in the Mutsuki now. And afterwards, I'm going to J out. And I'll tell you why in just a moment. Some guy in the chat there asking what the rapid fire destroyer is. He's most likely looking at one of the frigates. And then I press tab momentarily. Where is it? Yep, to see who the guy was that just asked that, and he's in a reserve American destroyer, so I assume it is genuinely somebody who doesn't really know. Me and his SKR are both going to be capturing Charlie, just fine. He shoots something, I lock onto something, but I didn't notice it. But it is clearly burning. And now we just capture Charlie for the extra points. But the vessel is still burning. Another SKR is about to just rush into it as well, so it's not really that big of a threat. And because there are 2 SKRs here, I don't feel like I need to practice capture point. So I capture the point. I realized that I won't really be able to get back into the battle, so I J out. And I was a bit stupid here, because I should have checked if I had enough spawn points for the aircraft, but I do. So there I go. So yeah, this lineup is high risk, because you have to spawn in an aircraft of rank 3 or higher to actually get the points counting towards the star. And, well, depending on your match, that might not be possible. So this is definitely my least preferred method of grinding these stars, but it is a method. And surprisingly effective if, for example, you are somebody that never plays Naval, but you have high-ranking aircraft and the destroyers are all reserve. This is a way to get the stars done. Now I'm looking over here for targets, and I see that stationary vessel and I think, that'll be a good target, because I see the torpedoes just launched from it not that long ago. And I think, okay, he's just stationary, that'll be a very good target. And he disappeared, it was apparently already a sunk vessel. And I see this guy over here. Bomb bay is already open. And yet I gloriously missed this shot. I'll miss this drop. But it doesn't matter, we peel off to get out of the anti-air. Look at where my bomb drops, it misses by a mile. And I just get out of there. And at this point I think I want to grind score, because again this was my first match of the day. I want to grind more score, and by looking at the tickets I'm not going to have much longer. So by the time I get back and rearm it'll take way too long thinking about it, and I'll just J out. I'll get back in the Mutsuki. So back in Mutsuki. I could have taken any of the other boats as well, but wouldn't have really helped in this situation, as the two coastal vessels don't have anything to fight, and I like the Mutsuki more than a 3-3 frigate. Speaking of, there we have a Chikugo, and since it's the first thing I saw, I'll just engage it. It also seems to be the closest opponent, and I do know how to ammo rack the Chikugo. I know that it isn't really that tanky of a vessel, so I'll just fight it. Tickets are bleeding rapidly, and I'm just not quite hitting where I want to hit on this Chikugo. But at some point I think I switched my aim over to the rear of the vessel instead of trying to go for the ammo rack. Now go for the engines, there we go, it's very low crew now. Another solid hit or two might do it. Tickets are incredibly low, the match is about to be over. Here another kill would be lovely, but I don't think I'll be able to do it. Oh, never mind, I still actually got it. And there we go, game's over. And it was an alright match. I could have done better, I've had better matches like that. But again, this is just a possible way to grind the stars. And for transparency's sake, also I'm going to do it differently, I did not have the best of times grinding out this star. In total I played 14 battles to complete the star, the longest out of all the stars up until now. And one of those 14 matches was also one that didn't count, because I didn't have time to actually spawn in the P1Y1. Yes, I have other options in this lineup, but I wanted to try and stick to the concept. Other than that, I also actually didn't stick to this lineup the entire day. I played a variety of lineups. I played 5-7, I played 4-0, I played 1.7. So I'm not going to put the score total on the screen like I did before. Anyways, 7th star is now secured. Renown is already within reach. And I won't do an 8th star video. Instead, I will be reviewing Renown somewhere soon. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all very soon.